Hey folks, it's Rob. Welcome back. So, today, hopefully, A, we won't have the stream fall apart during the middle of the stream. That'd be great. And B, I wish Glitch wasn't out for another 75 days. That is so much time. We're going to have to just move on without Glitch, is how I feel about it. And that means time to go ahead and make our next step on the main path, right? The liberation of Panzyr, which is the planet we're currently in orbit around. We're going to have to do that with the pilots we do have, which means I'm either taking Sea Dragon or I'm taking Medusa. And I'm wishing I'd put more investment into Sea Dragon at this point, because I think this is one of the occasions when I'm going to need the recon capability more than I'm going to need Medusa's kind of piloting, multi-targeting kind of thing.
Receiving you.
So, what does that mean? Well, I need to invest this 1 point I can spend on Sea Dragon. And it's probably going to go into, well, I could get a called shot bonus if I did that. That's overheat threshold, and that is what base weapon hit, you know. And this one is a base melee hit, you know, slightly better chance we'll actually connect. I'm thinking we'll go with the gunnery. Gunnery's never a wrong choice.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Right. Here's hoping we can pull this off. So, Liberation Panzyr. Proceed to Panzyr, where you will assist the Restoration Army's efforts to liberate House Decimus. Restoration Army intel suggests that a lance built with long-range fire capabilities could prove advantageous on this drop. Further details will be provided on your arrival. Darius, this is our first big push to liberate a founding house of the Oregon Coalition. I don't know what to expect any more than you do, but I suggest rolling with the best mechs you've got. You know, just in case. So, got, you know, this is a campaign mission, so we got stuff here, right? We got Lord Alexander Madeira talking to us. So, you know, resident nobility and all that. I'm certain he's finally gotten tea to where he wants it to be. Welcome to Panzyr, Commander Decker. Lady Arano and the Restoration Army are already fighting on the planet's surface and have been for weeks. Well, yeah, I did take my time. With the aid of House Decimus's ground support facilities, Miss Meyer will carry your lance through Panzyr's orbital debris field and drop you on the surface. Yeah, we did see kind of stuff in orbit. So, tell us more about this debris field, Lord Madeira. It's a holdover from the Amera Civil War. There was a great battle in orbit over Panzyr, and most of the wreckage is still there in the form of a dense field of particulate material. Navigating the field unassisted would be a formidable task. Thankfully, we'll have the Spaceport's control center on our side. It'll be able to guide us in and send tugs to assist us if necessary. You go with that, Samir? Oh yeah, Commander, no sweat. With the kind of navigational support I'll be getting from ground control, I could take us through a field with my eyes closed. Okay, let's keep going. What happens after we're on the surface? Lady Arano wants your lance behind enemy lines while she leads from the front. You will harass the Directorate's supply train and target valuable military hardware. She already has a target list drawn up for you. Okay. Hold that thought, Lord Madeira. Commander, I'm getting a tight beam communication from the planet's surface. It's Lady Arano and it looks urgent. I'm putting it on screen now. Cosmo, you couldn't have arrived at a better time. Our forces are on the surface, desperately need your help. With the support of House Decimus, we're making our final push against the Directorate's last major stronghold. Our forces are fully committed to the attack, and we're pushing them back, but the Directorate has just seized control of Panzyr's only remaining spaceport. With it, they'll be able to call down reinforcements at will. I need someone to take the spaceport's control center away from them, Cosmo. that someone is going to have to be you. This means that Mrs. Meyer will need to carry you through the debris field unassisted. I hope that her skills are up to the task. Well, this day just got more interesting. I'm afraid there's more, Alexander. I've just received a message from Lady Centella. There's been a major incident on Perdition. It looks like a terrorist action, a chemical attack against the port city of Harlow's Landing. Initial casualty reports suggest that even some 11,000 are dead. Okay. That sounds bad. You have a talent for understatement. God, this is a nightmare. How have the Taurians responded? In predictable fashion. Protector Calderon is claiming that the attack was an act of Davian aggression in violation of the Ares Conventions. He's already calling it the Perdition Massacre. For their part, the Davians have denied all knowledge of the attack. Their denials will fall on deaf ears. Calderon won't believe in anything a Hans Davian has to say. This is going to accelerate our timetable. We need to retake your throne before this situation gets any worse. If a war was to erupt between the Federation and the Concordat, it could easily spell into the Reach, and we can't afford that kind of chaos. Well, okay. Yeah, let's get moving. Quite right. I'll brief you more fully when you reach the planet's surface. This will be a rough drop, Cosmo. Bring your best, and may the gods grant you victory. We will all be counting on your success. You heard the lady, Dwayne. Best get to it. Meyer, I'm going to go ahead and trust that you've got this. Do me a solid and try not to scrape the leopard's paint on your way down. Yeah, Exo, I'll do my best. Right, so, things I'm definitely doing. Well, let's just clear the whole... First off, let's just clear the whole thing, okay? Everybody to blank slate, right? First thing, we're bringing the Stalker. I'm going to stick the Stalker right here on the end. We're going to stick Behemoth in the Stalker, I think. Yeah. She'll handle direct fire and indirect fire support from her Stalker with our LRM racks and laser armament. Now, we'll definitely be bringing Cosmo, of course. He's an ace pilot. And Decker, also ace pilot. And pretty comparable in skill layout. And then it really comes down to, do I want to bring Sea Dragon? Now, what do we give these guys? Well, this Griffin has high mobility and an LRM rack on it. And I like that. It gives us a lot of flexibility. I think I'm going to give that to... Right. Think about it, Rob. That's direct fire. That's direct fire. And that's direct fire. And this really is direct fire with an LRM5 rack. So, really, that said, I'm probably going to be leading with the Griffin. But I think I'll give it to Decker. I'm going to give the Wolverine to... problem with the Wolverine is a little less armor than, say, like a Shadowhawk. But it is higher mobility, and that's important right now. So that leaves me with which Shadowhawk or the Vindicator should I bring? This one has the rangefinder on it. And I do like the Ultra AC2 and the enhanced accuracy laser. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay, so here's our squad. I think this is what we're going to go with. It is a polar environment, so I shouldn't have to worry about heat too much. It is only 2 skull, so, you know, I'm probably overthinking it, but I know for a fact that there's timers, right? I've done this mission before. I've done the entire campaign before. Yeah, take control of the Directorate's turrets. Don't allow any Directorate reinforcements to land. Destroy the spaceport's dropship control center. Wow. Um, Restoration Army's already entrenched in the Panzyr service. We're gaining ground against the Directorate. Yeah, we already read that. Okay. I hope all you folks out there are having a great day. It is Thursday morning, 1:34 a.m. here in Southern California. I don't know about you, but it's my last day of the working week, because I get Friday and Saturday off, at least currently. Although I am considering taking a vacancy, which will change my schedule dramatically for my time off. But it's an opportunity, and I got to think about it.
Command interface initiated.
Commander, I'm glad you made it. Navigating Panzyr's debris field unassisted is no small feat, even for a ship as small as the Leopard. Miss Myers to be commended for her skill. Oh, great. So we nearly died in your expectation. All right. No sweat, Lady Arano. Just don't ask me to do it again. You won't have to. Restoration strike teams already joined forces with the 2nd Decimus Fusiliers to engage the enemy on multiple fronts. We have them at a disadvantage, but they managed to bring in reinforcements. We're in trouble. Cosmo, I need you to engage the enemy, locate their dropship control center, and destroy it. Without ground support, their ships won't be able to navigate the debris field. The Directorate's troops on the surface will be cut off, and our combined forces will sweep them away. Lieutenant Karen Andrus of the 2nd Decimus Fusiliers. Sorry to interrupt, Lady Arano, but we've just intercepted a transmission from the ADV Coronach. They're requesting navigational aid. Seems like they're on their way down. If that ship lands, our bid for the system fails, Cosmo. I need you to take the control center out before the Coronach touches down. Second can help with that. We have a Leopard full of engineers heading your way, Commander. We need you to clear us a path to the spaceport's security headquarters. Take out their vehicles and make us some breathing room, and we'll turn their turret defenses against them. That's the plan, then. We'll use the turrets to cover your approach. As soon as we have the turrets under control, the Directorate will begin firing on them. Use that as a distraction or engage the enemy to protect them. It's your call either way.
Good hunting, Commander. You bring down the control center, and we'll handle the rest. Good luck.
So, destroy the garrison units here. Destroy the dropship control center before the ADV Coronach arrives here. Those are our first objectives. And you can see we have a 15-round countdown for that secondary objective. Well, probably primary objective, really. Let us begin. So I'm just going to roll my stalker up.
Picked up a blip.
That's 5 vehicles I picked up right away. That's an SRM carrier. That's a priority target. That's an SRM carrier. Oh, geez. That's a 60-ton vehicle, 35-ton vehicle, and a 60-ton vehicle. So, the SRM carrier. It, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 SRM-6 racks on it. That is literally 60 short-range missiles it fires in a volley at anything that it can get near enough to go and shoot at. So those need to die as quickly as possible. How am I going to do that? Well, let's see. First off, we need to finish our non-combat move phase. So we'll begin by just kind of obtaining some positions. But we've identified 2 targets that need to die practically immediately. Now, their 35-ton vehicle is going to move before any of my mechs because it is considered light. But that shouldn't be an SRM carrier. Commander, I'm seeing Directorate SRM carriers on radar. Recommend engaging them at long range. They'll take you apart if you let them get close. Yeah, I know. I know. So, right. That's that one there. That's that one there. Those both need to just die immediately.
Ready for orders. Confirmed.
Hop the Shadowhawk over. Fire on this SRM carrier.
Attacking from position.
It's a start. The music's gotten extra special right now, so... Yeah, the 60 tons are probably bulldogs. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
Bulldogs are unpleasant, but something we can deal with. I could... No, don't be dumb.
Affirmative. Targeting for Alpha Strike.
Okay, the structure's exposed, but it's still going. That's not great. Which one do I want to destroy first?
Engaging jump jets.
What I think we'll do is we'll hop over like this. We'll shoot this one.
All weapons committed.
Okay. That's one scratched. I think they're pretty heavy, considering all that armament. So they're probably on the last phase, and maybe our stalker can wipe the other one out. Okay, that was shooting up a lot of the base there, but... Yeah, the bulldogs are gonna go. Okay. Good. Okay, yeah, it's just the one of those left. Let's move forward. We'll multi-target. This is target 1. The SRM carrier. Target 2 is not so important, but I don't need to expend all of this ordnance on that target. Let's give that to target B. Let's shut down the LRM racks for now. That... I feel like I'm risking it. Alright, give that... Yeah, okay.
Affirmative.
Oh, I don't know what I was worried about. Okay. Some little plinks on the striker. It didn't work out. Alright.
Receiving you.
Who do I want
Standing
to do
by.
what? Yeah, you could kind of trot down.
Roger.
You know what? It's okay to kind of shepherd some of my missiles on this mission. We got a long way to go.
Standing by. Aye, aye.
That bulldog's certainly taking some fire. We're gonna need to hop off the wall.
Engaging jump jets. All weapons committed.
Not quite enough. Okay. I don't know why the striker's moving in the heavy phase instead of the light phase. I thought it was a 35 ton. Stalker might just stomp a vehicle since they're in range. And stomping's very effective against vehicles, honestly.
Good to go.
Yeah, I could just... Well, the damaged bulldog's probably not the most efficient way to go ahead. Crush the striker? Yeah.
Acknowledged.
There we go. Stompy, stompy.
One more for the trash heap.
Alright, we got full resolve, which is nice.
Ready for orders. Good to go.
Yeah, you can just stomp that one.
Engaging physical attack.
There we go. See, I need this base mopped up. We need to get rolling.
Receiving you. Receiving you.
Decker?
Standing by.
Actually, yeah, let's go with you. No, I want the whole weapon rack. Yeah. All that kind of sucks. Right. Everything's like, nah, a bit too far. Nah, a bit too close. Jumping on top of it will just damage my legs, which is why we're not going to do that. I guess we're going to do this.
Locking in all.
Okay. So there we go. We got a leopard to come in. Nicely done, Commander. Lieutenant Andrus, your approach to the security HQ is clear. Roger that, Lady Arana. We'll have their turrets under friendly control in just a moment. Engage the forces guarding that control center, Cosmo. Let's make those turrets count. Alright. I
What's
got
up, boss?
Decker freely able to move right now, so we're just going to probably sprint over here.
Copy that.
Get eyes on the lower end, on the spaceport. Got 12 rounds to take care of that control center.
Orders.
Oh yeah, Behemoth still gets a move. Okay, let's she has no jump jet, so she really has to just
Copy
walk or run anywhere she's gonna go. This is the downside of this very large heavy mech. Directorate Mech Warrior, Oregon Directorate. Ignore the turrets and concentrate your fire on those battle mechs. We must protect the control center. If our reinforcements can't land, we're all dead. Fight now for the Directorate. Okay. 11 turns left. Enemy Panzyr. That's an enemy Dragon. Enemy Jenner. Ignoring the turrets is kind of dumb, though. And this is an enemy Centurion. Okay.
Receiving you.
Sea Dragon. You're not up yet. Let's move Decker. Let's see. Who's worth shooting? That Centurion hasn't moved. Target's hits will land on that. What's that over there in the forest? Panzyr. Okay. That's a turret, and that is a trebuchet way in the back there. Okay. Well, that's a bunch of mechs. Let's see. If I jump forward, that's a lot of evasion, which is nice.
Jumping.
Select a target. let's give you the vigilance since you're going to be out in front. And, that's friendly. Don't fire at that. That's not a bad choice of target. Except a lot of the damage reduction. Could indirect fire into the Centurion. Everything's got mobility. Yeah, that large laser is not likely to connect on that Jenner. Really do need to choose a target, though. I guess we're gonna do this.
Copy that.
Okay.
Ready for orders.
Sea Dragon. If I just walk you forward, you really can't do anything from where you are except for a sensor lock. But that's not a bad idea. Or I could jump you. Jumping you there gives you a shot. Long range into the dragon. Well, you know, I could do worse.
Confirmed.
Yeah, they both hit too. Good stuff. Okay, Cosmo. What can you do for me? Yeah, I think here. Yeah, the dragon. Let's do the dragon again. Peel some more of that armor off. Well, I got a hunchy. Okay. Oh, and it's an autocannon hunchy too. Right. And the dragon. It's a fairly fast-moving 60-ton. Has an autocannon.
Yes, Commander.
You don't see that many of them in the game, I feel. Okay, here's where we use that breaching shot and whatnot. So, let's see. Multi-targeting. You. And... let's see. You. You. And then, do I have a target D? No, I can't do target D. I thought so. Okay. You know, then what we're going to do is, let go of that. Alright. Let's bring up, well, that's a lot of evasion. Yeah, okay. So, who to shoot what? Laser into the Panther. LRM 20 rack goes B. That goes C. None of my lasers hit anything at this range, but I suppose that's true regardless. Okay. That'll penetrate and do stuff. Right, go.
Multiple targets confirmed.
Well, that missed. Great. Okay. Now the turrets start working. That's the trebuchet completely wiped out immediately. Sweet. Oh, rear shots into the dragon. Oh, that can't be good for it. Well, their Panther's moving and parking. Decker can move. I think I want to leave Decker with all this on him, though. We're going to wait. Okay. So, now we're up at this stuff. Sea Dragon, I think. You're going to need to jump to be able to target your next target. But I'd like you to not have to jump from this move. Yeah, continue shooting the dragon, I think. What else can I do? Yeah, the Hunchback sucks. Let's fire.
Locking on target.
Yeah, armor penetration.
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, let's do Cosmo. Cosmo, come on over this way. And, don't like my targeting options. But, okay, we'll fire at the Centurion.
Engaging target.
Not ready for your AC-20 yet. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave Decker with being a target. Let this dragon work out what it's doing. And okay,
Ready
now
for
we'll do
orders.
Decker. Decker, I think you should jump. And yeah, I like that. Let's go this way.
Acknowledged.
Right next to that big old Union class dropship. Right. Wake up that Hunchy. So that Centurion
by.
sensor locked, which is nice. Multi-target. Right, you get one. Let's just give you the 10 rack for now. Who else do I want to shoot up? You. Okay, and then I think we unload into the Hunchback, honestly.
Firing on multiple enemies.
Yeah, like ah ha 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 ha. Yes. Oh, that Hunchback took the armor. Armor took it though. But yeah, the dragon got a little bit of loving. Oh. That can't be good for that Jenner. Alright, they're around. Oh, well, he missed. As much as that looked like I got hit, it did not. Yeah, all you got left is that SRM-4 rack. Right. If I were to do that, yeah, I can do that. Okay. Okay, structure exposed. Don't shoot up your own dropships. Okay.
Ready for orders.
Sea Dragon. Yeah, just kind of march. Well, actually, getting real close to the Hunchback's probably not good for your health. What else can I do? Jumping here is viable. Yeah.
Engaging with target.
AC 20 critical. Haha.
Scored a critical hit.
That'll make that 20 a bit less accurate usually. Well, if you're just going to fire a single medium laser at me with that mech, that's fine. Okay, Decker. You know, I want to keep you moving, but at the same time I need to keep you in the fight. Let's see. So we need to get over here, right? Yeah, if I go here,
I copy.
just hop over the entire dropship and unload into the Centurion.
Roger.
Knocked out a heat sink. Okay.
Solid connection on that one.
Alright, dragon fired at me. Behemoth. Keep marching.
Move order received.
Okay. Again, drop an LRM on that. And then I'll drop something on that. But then the rest of that goes there. Now, A, B, C. Oh, that remains A. Alright. A, B, C.
Multiple enemies locked in.
Yeah. Critical on that medium laser. Keep softening up that Panther. Oh ho ho! Oh ho 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 ho! And the right leg destroyed. Have a good night. I gotta love that cold shot head. Oh yeah, every turret's like, oh, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna beat that to pieces. Although I really wish you actually kind of focused on some of the other stuff. Okay, that's the Panther. Where's the Jenner? There it is. Okay.
Standing by.
Good
to go.
Actually, let's go Cosmo. Cosmo, my man. Let's give that Panther
Engaging jump jets.
all the love it needs.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Okay. Hunchback moves. Probably gonna fire. Yep. Fire my Stalker. Range is reduced significantly, so you know the accuracy
Damage is
concerns.
light.
Yeah, we can tank that.
Receiving you.
But now they can't. come at the Shadowhawk with an AC-20, which is what I want. Want them to shoot that the Stalker if it's going to shoot anything. Yeah, continue working on the Hunchback.
On it.
There we go. Right torso's gone, so that's the autocannon with it.
Reporting.
It's now a medium and small laser carrier.
What's up, boss?
So, keep moving towards the objective.
Firing jump jets.
Let's see if we can take that Centurion out. You know, let's do the fun
I
thing.
copy.
LRM explosion.
Reporting critical hit.
Left torso destroyed. Not much left in that mech. Just that 2 medium lasers and... Actually, maybe the... Well, did it... Looks like it swapped the autocannon arm for, yep, lasers. Okay. Better arm than I thought. Still, though, pretty heavily crippled. There's Dragon. Trying its darndest.
Waiting for orders.
I could punch, but that would be a waste of my capabilities. In fact, I think we're not going to move. We're just going to multi-target. So, you get love. And... you get love. And... I think we... Well, no, the Hunchback's no longer a big threat. It'll try to punch me, but, like, the Dragon's a big deal still. But I cannot shoot the Dragon. Okay. Hunchback it is.
I copy.
Oh, there's your SRM-4 crit. Took it. Hunchback took it. Oh, there we go. That's the Panther out of play. That's a lot of sensor locking I'm getting to the turrets. Yeah, that's what I want. I want fire.
The clock is ticking and that dropship is getting close.
I know.
I'd recommend that you prioritize targeting the control center, Commander.
I'm already working on it. Nag, nag, nag. You know, I just got here. This is, you know, the mission I was supposed to be doing. Alright.
Ready for orders.
Who do I want to do what to?
Receiving you.
Decker. Yeah, I need you to keep moving towards the target. That thing. Right. If I move you here... Yeah.
Roger that.
I can shoot at the Dragon from across the field. Maybe leave the large laser off for heat.
Acknowledge.
Well, it's all internal, but it's tanked it. Hunchback decides to... It's a great camera angle, by the way.
Standing by.
What did it do? It kind of moved over here. Alright.
On it.
Who do I want gone? That's the best chances of hit. That's the most intact mech he's operating right now.
Got it.
Although, admittedly, taking the Centurion out might have been the better play. It does have the laser package I didn't expect the Centurion to normally have. Cosmo, what can you do for me, man?
All weapons committed.
And that thing's taking a lot of rear shots. Yeah. Melee combat. Okay.
Ready for orders. Copy that.
Right. Longest range target is here. Right. Target 1. Two and 3. LRMs will go there. Let's give the Hunchback the large laser. Alright.
Copy that.
There we go. Centurion down. Hunchback down. Dragon down. 1, 2, 3. Okay. They got a Jenner on the field. Tell the turrets take it out. There we go. Decker,
Standing by.
please jump up here.
Lifting off.
Target that. No LRM. Oh, alright. LRMs.
Taking the shot.
We'll back you up with other
Saving
weapons. Sprint.
Throttle down.
No, don't jump. Run.
Full throttle.
Yeah, the target is in this like little kind of fortification up here, this like castle
Commander.
inside the main facility, and
Got it.
without an indirect fire LRM weapons, the only way to attack it is by being inside the court or on the approach up this way. So, but we brought the LRMs. Rain's real hard today. Well done, Commander. Miss Meyer, are you inbound? Roger that, Lady Arano. I'm marking an LZ on your screen, Commander. Proceed to the designated coordinates for evac. That's done it. All communication between the spaceport and the Directorate's reinforcement fleet just went down. Ground control. This is Kornock. We've lost you. Loud clanging. Nav support is offline. Where are the damn tugs? Louder clanging. Alarm klaxon begins to blare. Without ground support, their dropships won't be able to make planetfall. They'll be torn to pieces if they try. Congratulations, Cosmo. Panzyr is as good as ours. And Lieutenant Karen Andrus, we have you to thank for it. Long live House Decimus, and long live the Arano Restoration. All targets eliminated. Sit tight, and I can collect you from where you are right now.
Mission successful.
Alright, that went pretty well. I was a little concerned about the timers, but, you know, I did have an experienced crew. I guess it's just the echoes of, like, you know, failing the first time you do it, right? So we did everything we needed to do. We even got a bonus payment because we destroyed the entirety of all the units. So, hey, you know, 50% bonus payment on $1 million is nice. Excellent work, as she says. 2,000 XP for everyone involved. There's a lot of loot. Let's see. Anything cool? Nothing in the extraordinary or unusual. So let's see. I could build a trebuchet, tuck it aside. There is 1 dragon part. There are 3 centurion parts sitting and waiting. And if I take 2 of those, I can build a centurion. And I don't hate the AL configuration. It might be useful to have. And I'll take that dragon part just because it's the heaviest thing here. And that will do. We'll be storing the new mechs, but it's good to get them. Right. Anomaly. The Rimworld Frontier. Rimward. Command Arena. We've done it, Cosmo. Thanks to your efforts, the Restoration Army has broken the Directorate's hold on Panzyr. Lord Pierre Louis Decimus has already pledged his house and his systems to my service. The Restoration is growing, just as I hoped it would. And with his support, you gain territory, soldiers, and a bolstered supply chain. Not a bad deal for you, Our Lady Arano. Or for House Decimus. The Directorate took a scorched earth approach to Panzyr's farmland. Without our ongoing support, the people here would starve. I'm not my uncle, Darius. The Restoration gives as much as it takes. I mean, this sounds very cynical. It's not like you have much of a choice. It's very commendable, Lady Arano, but it may not be sustainable. Fully aware that war has a price, Cosmo, and I expect that price to escalate. But for now, I can afford to help these people, and so I will. To hell with the cost. It's a victory, to be sure, but we're still a long way from Cormadir, and Director Espinosa has only just begun to marshal his forces. Things are going to get a lot more difficult as we push forward towards Smithton. The Directorate's military capabilities appear to be way out of line with our initial estimates. Somehow they've gained access to weapons and battle mechs that are totally foreign to the Oregon Reach. Where do you think all this hardware is coming from? We don't know. House Espinosa has always had contacts with the Inner Sphere. Lady Victoria's personal battle mech is a prototype model that's almost impossible to find outside the Draconis Combine. But this radical new military buildup is something else entirely. Wherever these weapons are coming from, it's recent development and a troubling one. Dr. Farah Murad. Hey, Lord Madeira, I'm sorry to interrupt, but there's something here you may want to see. Actually, you may all want to see this. I found something strange on the Argo's nav computer. Don't like the sound of that. Gonna need some clarification on that, Doctor. Is there anything on this ship that isn't strange? Gonna need some clarification on that, Doctor. Well, I appear to have stumbled upon an encrypted data archive. Somebody hid it away in the Argo's secondary storage drive. That's just my best guess, mind you. Starleague era encryption software really isn't my area of expertise. My father spent years trying to figure out how to get the Argo back to Oregon space in one piece. He was obsessed with this ship. He felt that it was important somehow. And now this. I want that archive open, Dr. Murad. I need to know what's inside. Are you steaming? With all due respect, Lady Arano, whatever's on that drive was sealed away for a reason. I've heard enough stories about lost tech treasure hunting to know that it's a bad idea. So why don't we just leave well enough alone? Because this archive could contain something of value, and because, as I previously mentioned, I have a personal connection with this ship. I believe that this discovery is meant to lead us somewhere, and I intend to follow it. It's a Starleague era data archive. Of course, we should try to open it. We shouldn't let this distract us. Superstition isn't a valid leadership strategy. Lady Arano is our client, Mayor. If she wants to check this thing out, that's what we're going to do. Indeed, that is what we're going to do. That is what I want, yes. And thankfully, we can follow this lead and pursue our campaign against the Directorate at the same time. The liberation of House Carosas on Smithen is already the restoration's next objective, and Lord Smithen Carosas was my father's chief technologist. Securing the help we need will cost us nothing that we aren't already willing to pay. Perhaps this is just a coincidence, Miss Meyer, but I cannot help but seeing the hand of fate at work here. Master taught me to pay heed to my intuition. That's what we intend to do. Tell me more about Lord Carosas. He's a hard man who doesn't suffer fools gladly. That said, he's also quite brilliant, and noble with the mind of a scholar. His adult children, Otto and Lena, were much the same. Difficult at times, to be sure, but fierce allies to House Arano. Why do you think he would be able to open the archive? Because he knows Lost Tech better than anyone in the Reach. In the days of my father's reign, whenever scraps of forgotten technology were discovered in the Reach, they'd be taken to Smithen for cataloging and study. If there are answers to be found, we'll find them with him. Well, that's the plan then. Well, after we liberate Smithen, we'll have an audience with Lord Carosas. Yes, Cosmo. And shortly thereafter, we'll see if my father's intuition about the Argo is justified. As before, I will contact you when we're ready to move on Smithen. For now, I'll take my leave of you. I have nobles to placate, an army to rally, and you have your own contracts to pursue, I'm sure. Besides, this place smells of mercenaries. Like this one. Yes, we do, Lady Arano. We're keeping busy, just as you asked us to. You all heard her. We got some time before the next leg of the Restoration Offensive. Our client wants us to make the most of it. Time is money. Let's get back to work. Chop, 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 chop. So, decommission mechs. Lady Arano's people scoured the spaceport and found a jackpot, Commander. Decommissioned Griffins. Lots of them. They'll never get them working without the repair with the repair facilities they got, but between my team and the Argo's mech bay, I think we might. You can find them in the shop here on Panzyr.
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
So, the Trebuchet TBT-5N, one of the lightest dedicated fire support mechs to be found. Trebuchet 5N can mount enough missiles to give even heavy units pause. However, trench buckets are known for running hot and don't have much in the way of protection, which is true.
Mech you wanted is back online.
This is CN9AL Centurion. The AL variant of the Centurion tends to trade the larger burst damage of an autocannon for more energy weaponry and heavier armor. ALs can take an incredible amount of damage for their size, but still pack a good punch. So we're going to be putting those in storage for the time being. And now we've conquered the planet, so the store is available to us. What mechs are available for sale? Well, they have a stalker part. I already got all the stalker I want, I think. They have 6 Griffins parts here in stock, which is plenty. They do have 2 archer parts. I didn't see an archer part at Weldry? That might be a thing. It'd be about $2.1 million all told, but once I have it, I'd have a LRM boat. 2 LRM 20 racks does put a lot of firepower downrange. But, let's see, they got anything else cool? No, nothing there. Equipment? Oh, we got mods. Cool. So this arm mod weighs a ton, unfortunately. I like arm mods that don't weigh anything, like this one. Plus 10 stability damage on punching. Sold.
New equipment available.
Replacement gyro for +1 melee hit. Yep, sold. We'll take another one of those, thank you. Those are super cheap
New
anyway.
equipment available.
This gyro is +2 hit defense. You know, I think that only counts in melee. I'm not... It's certainly valuable. And this is +3 hit defense. So, yeah, I mean... I forget whether these actually work properly. I'm not convinced that they work properly. I have certainly invested money in these before, and I'm not sold on them actually working for like general hit defense. I think they are just melee. That said, it is also as much as that Archer project I was just thinking of. Which, you know, that's a lot. Are there any contracts out here? Yeah, there's work. Okay. Work for the pirates, interestingly. And a B team mission. That'd be okay. That was fairly easy. Last mech standing mission. I guess we got plenty of work to do here. There may be money to be made, which would allow us to buy the gyros. Or the archers. Mech warriors.
Standing by.
Okay, I could upgrade your gut. That could be a hedge against you getting injured, honestly.
Yes, Commander.
Same could be said for Cosmo.
Ready for roll.
Sea Dragon, yeah, I'll give you the point of piloting.
Training confirmed, Commander.
And obviously Medusa wasn't on that mission. I can upgrade Medusa's guts, but I don't know. Oh, it's recoil penalty. Yeah, okay.
Training complete.
Congratulations on $1,000 a month in your pay packet, Medusa. Okay.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Waiting for orders.
Glitch.
Waiting for orders.
We'll settle this up when you're ready. You're out for a few months yet, so.
Ready for orders.
Right. Ship upgrade is 20 days out. Pleased to get that done. Pleased to get paid. Pleased to have access to the shop and have work on the horizon. I think that is going to be it for today, though. We'll just keep this as a contained episode. So, thank you so much for watching. You know, I hope you have a great day. If you drop a like, if you like this stuff, that's great for me. Thanks so much. Goodbye.